Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins here. We got a special report for you today. UFOs over a nuclear power plant? Well, something happened in Sweden earlier this week, and we're going to be reporting on that, including strange sounds coming from underground that can't be explained. Things are lighting up in foreign countries as well as right here in the Americas. But right now, let's get to this story. Police in Sweden have confirmed a new drone sighting near the Forsmark nuclear power plant. This comes a day after the Swedish security service announced it was taking over the investigation of a number of earlier reported drone incursions into the airspace near the plant, as well as around 2 other nuclear facilities elsewhere in the country. So right now, it's on the major news in Sweden that we have drones who's being operated by an unknown entity. This is quite interesting. Some people are already speculating that these are not drones being piloted by man, but of some unknown origin, possibly extraterrestrial in nature. We've had reports back in the day, right here in America, of UFOs close to nuclear launch sites, and now we have these incursions into Swedish territory above a nuclear power plant. This indicates that now collectively that has been categorized as a national special event, underscoring the concerns that the Swedish authorities have about the intentions of the drone operators who remain unknown. According to the Swedish people, the citizens on the ground, they were alerting the police after spotting these objects in the air above Forsmark. And this is the largest country in the area that has single energy producing facility. And that's what's kind of crazy. Are these drones, are these UFOs engaging this just due to the fact of its energy producing abilities? This is kind of crazy. They say a police helicopter and the nuclear power plant on the site security force was involved in the response to the sighting. But the drone was not captured and no arrests have been made. I'm curious. I really want to know what the pilot, the helicopter pilot from the police, if he saw anything at all. Did they capture this on video? But right now we're not seeing any video from the location coming in from the police. And it's interesting that they weren't able to capture or catch up with this drone. Police helicopters are quite fast, so this is ruling out any kind of commercial drone, in my opinion. Whatever it is, basically outran the police helicopter. So this is interesting. That's coming in from the Swedish National Public Television broadcast that was reporting this event. And again, the type of helicopter was not specified, but Sweden's National Police Force fleet currently consists of the Bell 429s. So again, they're not actually telling us what kind of capability this helicopter had in regards to tracking down this drone or UFO. Right now, we don't have the answers. But Brent, what's your thoughts on this? This is kind of crazy stuff when we have UFOs next to nuclear power plants.
Yeah, Blake, not only that, but simultaneously across the country, and it lit up. Was there a fleet of drones you could call? Maybe they're just using that word now to replace the word UFO. But look what happened. This was simultaneously happening all across the country, and people were spotting them. And this isn't a great place to spot any of this next to a nuclear power plant. This is a dangerous business. What are they doing there? Why are they there is a big question, and who's piloting them? We should get some answers, because this is kind of concerning. Whatever's happening in Sweden right now is a national alert on a high level for the entire planet, because whatever's happening, somebody's taking notice, or whatever, something otherworldly possibly is taking notice right now, and we don't know what it is.
Absolutely. Right now, some of the information that's coming in, they say that there's virtually no hard details available about the drones involved in any of these incidents. And again, they're using drones. Why not just call them UFOs? They don't know what these things are. And this is coming in, and here's a statement. They said this isn't about some small propeller drone, but a large wing drone with at least 2 meters to 6.5 feet wingspan, citing an anonymous source. So they're citing anonymous sources in regards to whatever this drone is, kind of ruling out that it's not a prop propeller drone, but making it out that it has a wingspan. But who is this anonymous source? This is interesting information as we're going over it. This is kind of breaking news, but apparently there is no evidence that has been provided to sustain the claims. An earlier report from Sweden's TV2 television network described at least one as a larger model that could withstand winds as it blew hard in that area. So again, these drones are on steroids, whatever these drones are. They're performing unlike any kind of commercial drone that we consumers buy. What we're looking at is something that is beyond most drone characteristics that we're hearing here. And this is coming in from the government themselves. So they shouldn't be calling it drones right now. They should be calling them UFOs, or dang, if you want to call it a UAP, go ahead. It's just kind of crazy.
Yeah, this is wild, Blake. What's happening over there, and why would they simultaneously go over these nuclear power plants at one time? That's the big question right here. There's some sort of reconnaissance going on as far as I'm concerned, and this could be just an uptick. What's happening here is unprecedented. And are they UFOs, unidentified flying objects? Yes, indeed. That's exactly what they are. UAPs, whatever you want to call them. There's something that happened over there in that part of the country and had people looking up and kind of concerned, and so am I.
Obviously, it's whoever the operator is of these drones might have some kind of nefarious intent. But in my opinion, if the UFOs or these extraterrestrials wanted to do anything, or interdimensional beings, what have you, they would have done something a long time ago. In my opinion, there's high-end technology that's running circles around our military's assets, including other countries' assets, and maybe this is some kind of reconnaissance of technology and harnessing energy. We just don't know what's going on here. So hopefully we get some answers and find out exactly what's happening over these power plants in Sweden. Guys, I want to get your thoughts. Is it a UFO or a drone? And who's behind it? These are big questions, and hopefully we find out. But what's going on underneath the ground in Russia? We've obtained some videos of something that's rumbling the neighborhoods, and people were woken up and they went out at night to find out this mysterious location, the source of this rumbling under the ground. The speculation is that there's something, a machine boring under the ground. It's unexplained. Watch these clips.
Παρ' όλα αυτά είναι ξεκάθαρο, έχει καταγραφεί και από κάμερα. Ο κόσμος εδώ πέρα τον ακούει πλέον ξεκάθαρα τον ήχο και προφανώς όταν έχει ησυχία θα ακουστεί ακόμη καλύτερα. Ο θόρυβος ακούγεται κανονικότατα. Και ξαναπαναλαμβάνεται ο θόρυβος. Βρισκόμαστε στο γνωστό πλέον σημείο που κάνει θόρυβο στην Κηφισιάς, στην περιοχή των μετεώρων. Ασυνήθιστη νύχτα μια ακόμη φορά. Όλοι οι πολίτες εδώ πέρα είναι έξω. Είναι 1 ώρα το βράδυ και οι πολίτες είναι έξω γιατί προσπαθούν να ακούσουν και κάποια επιτυχία απόψε. Σκέφτεσαι αυτόν τον περίεργο θόρυβο. Ήδη έχει μαζεμένο κόσμο. Κατεβαίνουν την Κηφισιάς. Πλησιάζουν στην Ακροπόλεως, όπου περιμένουν και τηλεοπτικά κανάλια να καλύψουν το γεγονός. Ας ελπίσουμε ότι με αυτόν τον τρόπο θα κινητοποιηθούν οι αρμόδιοι και θα μπορέσουμε να μάθουμε επιτέλους τι συμβαίνει. Βρίσκομαι Ακροπόλεως με Κηφισιάς, το επίμαχο σημείο. Βέβαια, για να μπορέσουμε να ακούσουμε θόρυβο πρέπει να κάνουμε ησυχία. Απόψε έχει αρκετό κόσμο που περιμένει και προσπαθεί να ακούσει. Να πάμε και στο άλλο σημείο που υποδεικνύουν, παιδιά. Μάλλον θα είναι και εκεί.
Όχι, εδώ είναι. Έτσι είναι τώρα.
Μαζεύεται κόσμος. Ο μόνος τρόπος για να ακούσουμε είναι να κάνουν ησυχία τα πάντα εδώ γύρω. Εδώ έχει μαζευτεί αυτοκίνητα και αυτό θα δημιουργήσει πρόβλημα. Παρ' όλα αυτά ο κόσμος έχει μαζευτεί. Ο παράξενος θόρυβος των μετεώρων είναι πραγματικότητα. Σήμερα πήραμε και ένα μήνυμα από την Ανατολική Θεσσαλονίκη ότι ακούν τον ίδιο θόρυβο. Και αυτό είναι ακόμη πιο περίεργο και ανησυχητικό. Ακόμη και στην Ανατολική Θεσσαλονίκη ακούν αυτόν τον περίεργο θόρυβο. Σήμερα ακούσαμε αυτό το νέο. Να υπάρχουν ενδεχόμενοι σεισμοί. Δεν πρέπει να προκαταβάλουμε, ούτε πρέπει να
Strange rumblings across countries right now. People are like, what is going on? And right now we have video from multiple sources in this neighborhood, and people are kind of asking themselves, what is the source of this strange sound? We could hear it, and you could hear it in the people's voices. They're in kind of awe, and they're kind of wondering, what the heck is going on, Brent? What if you heard this in your neighborhood? Who would you call?
Ghostbusters. No, I'm only joking, but this is kind of weird. Just like Ghostbusters 2, there's something going down beneath the streets, and they went and checked it out, and they found something unimaginable. We don't know what's going down here. Maybe they're building a tunnel underneath a city, and they don't really need to ask permission. And the people there are stunned. We heard from other eyewitnesses on the scene that they say this has happened over the past couple weeks, and it went quiet, and then it started to repeat itself all over again. So there's some sort of like a synchronicity going on here of it continuing, and these people are concerned of what's going on. We're going to look into this deeper, and there's some other reports of what people said on the location itself. They said, with the weird sound, we used to turn up the voice on the television to much we needed to hear. They're actually trying to hide this sound, and they had no clue where it's coming from, and then they turned their TV sets up in their homes.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a constant rumble, and the neighborhood's kind of sick of it. They have hundreds of people that are kind of frustrated about hearing this over and over again. Some people are saying, if it's possible, let the company come out and say that it's from the aquarium to finish. More than 200 people have gathered supposedly to hear the sound, but they bother us more and do not understand what they're bothering. This is just people. His name was Christoph Oskopf, and he was just making statements. Again, these people are just frustrated of the constant bombardment of sound. Guys, I know America has been bombarded with the sound of underground bases and tunnels connecting military bases. This is an opinion, but I think it's theoretical that we've heard, and we've seen maps in regards to these underground construction that is above top secret. Do you feel the rumble sometimes in your neighborhood? If you do, I'd like to know. Leave your comments if you've heard and felt the rumbling in your area. Even Arizona to this day has a neighborhood that still shakes, and they have no idea what's causing it. And property damage is ensued by some of the quaking and rattling. And foundations just crumble underneath the shockwave of these sounds, burrowing underneath our ground. So is this what's happening? Or is it simply maybe just, as people might speculate, pipes freezing up, and the water starts to freeze within the pipes and start to create this kind of a phenomenon? I'm kind of leaning towards something else, something more powerful, because this has been going on for quite some time in this area, and we're reaching out to everybody. If you felt the rumble, you let us know. And if it's consistent, we'd like to go out there and see this consistent rattle. If we could find out if there's construction or some kind of secret tunnel being built underneath your property? These are questions that we want to find out. So that's why we're putting it out there. We've got a lot of UFO videos coming in, and things are happening quite fast right here at Third Phase of Moon. And we're going to be working on a new documentary coming out next month. Hopefully by February 14th, Valentine's Day, we're going to be doing a collaboration with a lot of YouTubers in regards to a subject matter that I think you're going to be finding quite exciting. So buckle up for that. And we've got a lot more stuff. So make sure you hit that subscription button and that notification bell to be notified when we bring you the latest UFO news coming in from around the world. And guys, there's one more thing I want to tell you. And I'm sure you're pretty aware of this, but let me just tell you one more time. We're not alone. Blake Cousins. We'll see you next time.
Looking around, thinking it's only you, only to find we're many more than a few. Where do they lie? How come we seldom see them? Right in between the lines is where they reside. No reason to fear, we know who